A former British Prime Minister in Taipei with a message for the West. The world needs to do more to support democratic Taiwan, increasingly the target of threats from China, which claims sovereignty over the island nation.
But fundamentally, we need a more coordinated approach, in particular to make sure that Taiwan has the defence it needs and is able to defend itself. We cannot pretend that we have meaningful deterrence without hard power. And if we're serious about preventing conflict in the South China Sea, we need to get real about military and defence cooperation.
On the first full day of her visit, Liz Truss told Taiwanese officials and foreign diplomats that countries must stop appeasing China because they want access to its economy and instead support Taiwan because it's on the front line of the global battle for freedom.
I believe that this is the most consequential place in the world for what is the most consequential struggle of our time.
Truss said countries should reduce economic dependence on China, and she called for Britain to support Taiwan's application and oppose China's to a trans-Pacific trade bloc, which the UK is joining. Since Liz Truss stepped down as Prime Minister in October, she has advocated a tough stance on China, warning of its rising military power. Truss is the latest in a long line of politicians to come to Taiwan to show support as China has increasingly displayed its military strength. But as Britain's shortest-serving Prime Minister, what exactly can Taiwan get out of her visit? Observers say not much.
There's nothing substantive that can come out of this. It's true that Truss is a former prime minister, but Taiwan will have no concrete outcome out of this. I think particularly Taiwan hopes to have its foot in the door for higher profile visits from active politicians, people that are still active in political life through this. But at the same time, this does not always reflect well in Taiwan. Taiwan has become a place, for example, where politicians, particularly right-wing ones, clinging to political relevance will come to put themselves in the spotlight.
Truss says she came to Taiwan because she was invited by the government. Foreign Minister Joseph Wu tweeted ahead of Truss's arrival, as authoritarian China continues to threaten democratic Taiwan, we need democracies around the world to stand with us. Liz Truss's visit reassures our people that we're not alone. We're ready to welcome her powerful words and vital show of support. But Beijing sees her trip as a nuisance, an interference in its internal affairs. In a statement, the Chinese embassy in London called Truss's visit to Taiwan a dangerous political show which will do nothing but harm to the UK. Truss's trip is also causing consternation within the British government as London tries to improve relations with China. Britain's Foreign Secretary said last month that isolating China would not be in Britain's national interests, and he's expected to visit Beijing later this year. Whatever her image back home, Truss and her message of solidarity is welcome here, as Taipei pushes to rally wider international support in the face of more and more pressure from China. Ricky and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.